Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you episode number 2 of the career mode project here on FIFA 16, and today I'm excited to bring you some fantastic goals. It has to be said, obviously I'll be bringing in the growth since the end of the last episode, which saw us sim to the end of Season 1. If you haven't seen that already, a link to it will be in the description below, as well as the playlist. Now, a few questions that were asked to me for this one. Am I going to go through all 15 seasons? Yes, hopefully, unless players start to decline at the end of those 15 seasons. What difficulty am I playing on? Games are played on World Class. Legendary is a bit difficult, to be honest with you. I'll probably step up the difficulty when the players get better, but for now, I've left it on World Class. And I think that was it. Buying players may happen later on in the series if specific players play very badly in the team we have now. But unless that is the case, we won't be buying any players. I'll just stick them in the other section. Nevertheless, talking of the squad that we have now, here are the overalls and the growth of the players in the background. Dragowski and Castagne, are up 2, the goalkeeper and right back respectively. Oliver Buscaglia, he's a bit of an annoying one because for some reason he only started at 62 on this save, whereas he's actually meant to be 69 at the start of the game. Not entirely sure why that is. Juste again with some fantastic growth. Nabuillin slightly disappointing, but very close to going up another overall, so that'll probably happen next season. Bergwijn, Iheanacho up 4, Poulsen up 3, Bongonda and Gould with some good growth as well. Bertrand Traore only 1 overall now away from being 80. Talking of players that have gone above 80 now, Nicklas Sule is now 81, he went up 1, and also I think Jesus Vallejo, as you can see on the screen, went up 3, he is now 81 as well. Good growth again, +4 for Dominic Solanke. Raul Gudino and Andres Pereira both with pretty average growth. Danny Ceballos as well the same, but Daniel Amati yet again going up an astonishing amount. He's gone up 3 now for this season, which means he's gone up a total of 7 for the entire series. Not quite as good as Dominic Solanke, who's gone up 8, and of Kelechi Iheanacho, who's gone up 9. Speaking of that, the actual growth and player information will be in the description below. But now it is time to go on to the highlights. Ruben Neves receives the ball from a short Jeremiah, just a free kick, and what a goal that is from Ruben Neves, the Porto player in real life, receiving the ball from the centre-back Juste, whose growth has been astonishing in this series so far, and he blasts it right into the top corner. An absolutely astonishing long-range shot, one of the best goals we've seen in this entire series so far, and beware, there are some fantastic ones in this episode. As the players get better, the goals get better too. Now Leroy Sané is taking it here to Altak all on his own. He's beaten 2 players already. He's gone round the fullback rather rudely. Now he's going to cut inside past another player. He's beaten 3 and he slots it into the far corner, and he's still running at full pelt. Some say he's still running to this date. But there he goes, kicks the corner flag, and what a solo goal, solo effort that is from Leroy Sané, the Schalke winger. Just fantastic stuff. He just carries on running over to the corner flag. He must be absolutely spent after that sort of run. Now we've got a corner coming in here against Mattersburg, right on the edge of half-time. It's been headed out to Elmir Nabuillin, and what a goal that is from the left-back, the Russian left-back, who should not be pinging in long-range shots like that straight into the bottom corner, straight from a corner, but he's done so nevertheless, and what a goal. That's probably surprise goal of the series so far. Leathers it in with his right foot. It's gone past the keeper before he's even dived for it. Fantastic goal from Elmir Nabuillin. His only goal of this season so far, but what a goal it is. Nevertheless, we're back to the strikers now, who are slightly more likely to score goals on a regular basis, and this is Kelechi Iheanacho, the Manchester City youngster, who's of course playing for us in this save, but he scores a fantastic little one-on-one goal there, slotting it past the goalkeeper of Altak. Again, this is in a different game, I do believe. I don't think this is the same game as the Sané goal, but lovely little composed finish there from Kelechi Iheanacho, as you would expect from a striker. Kelechi Iheanacho, though, turning provider for the next goal as he sets through Gelson Martins. Lovely at 1-2, Martins set through on goal, and he blasts it there past the SV Riyadh goalkeeper to score and make it 1-0 in whatever game this was. Gelson Martins, I have to say, so far he's my favourite winger. Him and Bongonda have been fantastic. But now moving on to an attacking midfielder, and this is Ryan Gould, the Sporting Lisbon Scottish attacking mid, and he scored yet again. He scored a few goals actually in the last season. I think he scored 3 goals out of the gameplay I got. I think he managed a similar milestone this time as well. Lovely little team goal there, finished off by the small Scotsman. Now Kenny Tete has scored a very good goal as well. What is it with the fullback scoring fantastic goals today? This one against Wolfsberger, and Kenny Tete, they're celebrating with Yusuf Poulsen and Dominic Solanke, blasting that one into the far bottom corner. and it's just not a goal you would expect from Kenny Tete. He was actually pretty prolific during this second season, it has to be said. Just a shame his growth wasn't very good, only going up 1 overall, but now into the last minute of an SV Riyadh game, and Diogo Jota is saving the day for us. He only went up 1 as well, much like Kenny Tete, but that was because he had a 4-month injury during the season, which meant he actually went down quite a lot on his physicals, but his growth last year is very promising and should mean that he grows to a pretty damn good player by the time the series ends. As you can see, another direct corner goal now, and what a goal it is. Theo Bongonda, probably my second favourite winger at the moment, just behind Gelson Martins there, the Belgian from Celta Vigo, smacking that one into the bottom corner, helped by some pretty poor goalkeeping from the Sturm Graz goalkeeper, it has to be said, but a lovely goal there from Theo Bongonda. Now we've got Gelson Martins cutting inside, finding Rashedli Bazoa there in the centre of the area, and he slots it past the FK Austria goalkeeper there early on into this tie to make it 1-0, and we haven't seen much of Rashedli Bazoa in this series so far. He's been mainly setting up goals as opposed to scoring them, and his growth has been pretty decent as well. Nevertheless, we're now moving on to a goal from Ryan Gould again. The Gould machine, I got that. I was gonna make a pun about goal machine, Gould machine, I don't know. I'm not got a clue, but again, another goal here from Ryan Gould, and it's another pretty decent goal, to be honest with you. Straight into the top corner here. I think another game against Al Tach. I can't remember how many games we actually played against them. I'm not entirely sure why we played them so often, but nevertheless, fantastic finish there from Ryan Gould. Now we've got another game against Mattersburg, and it's actually the first goal you're going to see of a centre-back in this series so far, and it's Jesus Vallejo who gets it there, rising above everyone else. He's got fantastic heading accuracy, actually, has the centre-back, so he's a real aerial threat and will be an absolute monster in the air as the series progresses. But now you can see we've moved on to the goalkeepers, and a fantastic save to set things up there from Raul Gudino, the Porto goalkeeper, from that FK Austria free kick. We're going to move on in a moment. Now you can see it's Al Tach again going forward, and this time it's Andre Moreira who's getting to that shot. I haven't got any clips, unfortunately, of Bartlomiej Dragowski, because the games he actually played, he didn't really have to do much, but he was solid. That didn't, take the fact away that he was a good goalkeeper. He just didn't really have to make any spectacular saves, like Gudino and Andre Moreira a moment ago made fantastic one-handed saves. Now we're going forward again for the strikers, and it's Bertrand Traoré. Haven't seen much of him in this episode, but that is a lovely goal there against Emre to make it 4-0 in the game that we were playing. A fantastic little Ronaldo chop inside and then curling the ball past the goalkeeper there. It has to be said, a fantastic little finish there from Bertrand Traoré, who scored a lot of long shots in the last episode, in the last season, but unfortunately didn't get too many in this season. As you can see, there's Dominic Solanka adding his name to the score sheet of today's episode there with a nice little team goal. Moving on again, and we've got another fantastic goal against Emre, and it's Dani Ceballos finding the bottom corner. And now we haven't seen too much of in this series so far. Again, his growth has been pretty damn solid, but his actual sort of performance in-game has been, okay. I'd give it sort of a 6.5 out of 10 in comparison to guys like, I don't know, Bertrand Traoré and people like that. But he's been pretty decent, and that is a lovely little goal to show the sort of potential that he does actually have. In the description, again, as I said earlier, you'll find all the overalls of the players and the growth of those players since the start of Season 1, just in case you missed it at the start or I didn't talk about it properly at the start. So all that information, as well as their team and position, is in the description as well. Nevertheless, in the background, we've just seen Diogo Jota score a very nice goal. He was injured for the majority of this gameplay, unfortunately. As I said earlier, he got a 4-month knee injury, which ruled him out for quite some time. But it didn't stop him from scoring a fantastic little goal there against Elmir. Lovely little finish there, in off the crossbar. But now for the final goal of today's episode, we've got Kenny Tete scoring his second of the episode. Lovely little blasted finish there past the Wolfsburger goalkeeper. Set up, I think, there by Bertrand Traoré, and blasting it there. Emphatic finish from the Dutch right-back. So that's the end of the highlights of today's episode. Now it is time to move on to the other players, and these are the ones that you suggested in the comment section that you'd quite like to see the overalls of as this series progresses. As you can see, there's Alex Meret. He's an Udinese goalkeeper. He's 64, which means he's gone up 1 overall since the end of last season. There is Auro, the right-back from Sao Paulo. He's gone up 3, actually. Jamaldin Kodjianiazov has gone up 1, I do believe. He plays for Aarhus in the Russian league. Julian Weigl there up to 76. Francois Camano of Bastia was someone that you wanted to see in the last comment section. Ignore the fact he's at Leicester on this save. It's because I had to change the team sheets, or I had to change the teams for an edit I was making for a career mode video. Nevertheless, Dele Alli there, Hoberg, Grealish as well, you guys wanted to see in the last comment section too. Bernard Mensah's up to 79, he plays for Sporting Lisbon. Manu Garcia, who was suggested to me last time out, he's up to 71 playing for Manchester City, so he looks pretty good. Marco Asensio of Real Madrid is up to 77. Anwar El Ghazi is also up to 77, so I think he's gone up 1. Moses Simon, I think, has gone up 1 as well, he's now 74. There's Obi Ulare of Watford, he's 74 overall, as is 21. And there's Ismail Azoui, who's gone up to 68. I think those are the most, like, recent overalls. I'm fairly sure they are. I'm pretty well, I know Arrow was not 75 last time out, so I know that's fairly accurate. Nevertheless, the point is, those are the players in the other section that you guys quite wanted to see. I hope you've enjoyed the players from our squad at Red Bull Salzburg. Some incredible goals in this episode. Who's your favourite player in the squad, actually? That's something I wanted to know. Who is your favourite player in the squad at this moment in time, whether that be for growth or performances or whatever, or you just like them in real life? Drop that in the comment section below, as well as the players you'd like to see in the other section as always. But nevertheless, if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to smash the likes button. 75 likes would be massively appreciated. You guys smashed the first episode of this series, so thank you guys so much for that. Subscribe if you're new around here as well for FIFA Career Mode and this sort of content as well in the future. You know, whatever, comment on the video, you know, whatever, however way you want to show your support on this series, I am quite alright with it. But you guys are amazing. You've been showing some fantastic support, so again, thank you guys for that. But nevertheless, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.